To je počkej, já tam vlastně mám 4:3, já jsem toto. Tohle musím jenom trošku co dělám teďka. Tak. Tentokrát jsem nezaposlý, máme na štěstí. Snad jsem dobře, já jsem měl na jeho mikrofon trošku víc. Takhle to možná budu šel o něco maličko líp. Já nevím, jak jsem slyšet, když tak něco. A tady nějak jsem se nudil a chtěl jsem vidět tady ten zápas.
Oh yeah, for sure. We saw some bold words from Yekida before they came to the stage, where he talks about, if we didn't make it to the playoffs, like it wouldn't count, kind of thing. And I mean, the league was laughing behind him about what he said, but I think it's nice to see that, like, he brings that confidence, you know, and it's nice.
No, každou chvíli jsem měl začít teda hrát už.
You know, if you don't make it, like, with the high expectations that we have, with the roster we have, like, this is not okay. Like, we have to step up. We have to be making these playoffs with the roster we have. So I understood his statement, and for Liquid, man, it's always been like this, right? They always struggle toward the beginning of the tournament. They have rough starts, and they always manage to come back and make it. So that's what makes it truly special for Liquid. They're not a team that when I coach them, they're famous for choking and not being able to make it to the playoffs. Now it's the opposite. Like they might have a bad start, but they always get there.
Yeah, I think mentally they're probably stronger than Vitality. I have to be honest. Look, it's no secret I'm a huge Vitality aficionado right there, and I know if they have a good start into a game, they could steamroll it real bad. But what we have also seen here is that the resilience is sometimes at a whole time low, and that game versus Hero that you talked about, it hurt me, shook me to my core to see a team being in such trouble. So you say Liquid can bounce back into a game, Yekida has harsh words at time when he needs to bounce back. I need to know Vitality can do that too. I need to see them being down 0-5, 0-6, 0-7, I don't care. Come back into this game, fight back, make sure you know you can come back, because if it's just about momentum, that is it's not gonna rise, it's not gonna fly, we need more than that to win.
You talk about what the players will be thinking, will be...
Hej, možná si to změnu co, kvůli tomu, jaká nám ty sluchátka, to je docela pičovina. Jsem docela kokot. Minušně, asi jsem sluchátko. Pojď to na piču.
Team Liquid has ever made it here in Katowice was to the semi-finals versus Fnatic back in 2018, who managed to steamroll it all the way.
Proč to není víc nahlas prostě? To dám naplno.
To your advantage. That's what you do, and this might be something that is hard to quantify for us at the desk. But when you have players who've been here many times, they've had
takhle to nechám.
To experience, they've had times to make mistakes. Maybe they got in here and they were too excited. Maybe they were too shy. Maybe they didn't embrace the moment. And I think as you roll through your years in your career, you kind of figure out how the hell am I supposed to behave to be on the stage? How do I give my best performance when I'm sitting in front of thousands of people? And some players might just have it as a God-gifted. It's just they just know, but some people have to work their way through it, and this is what we call experience.
And that's exactly where we see OC having to prove himself on this very stage. When we look at what he puts up in those, higher tier matchups where the pressure is exponentially high on his shoulders. Unfortunately, in the past, he's faltered, Peacemaker.
Yes, he did, and I think for this one it's very different, right? He had a nice group stage. He's performing really well. I think he comes in this one with extra motivation, extra confidence, and this is where I think that, as you alluded to, like this is where Nitro and Elite needs to be treat this one as the experienced guys. Like be able to calm OC down in certain situations. Yekindar as well. What I want from Yekindar is to be aggressive, to do the stuff that he likes to do, but don't rely too much on like having to secondary call or anything like that. Like I want him to focus on his game, and I want them to give confidence to OC, because in this particular one, when he's up against Zaiwu, I think that's a tremendous important for them to be able to for this guy to be able to perform. And unfortunately, last time they met, that wasn't that great.
Mám strašně dobrý nápad, co udělám ještě.
Yeah.
Listen, people have not exactly been kind to him in his Liquid's moments. Like, there have been plenty of occasions where people have called for a change. They've said he was not enough, he was insufficient, he was dropping the ball in high tense moment. Now you get a chance, you're facing ZywOo. You have, you know, the generational prodigy in front of you. You can make a statement, like this is it, you have a best of 3, and the way he bounced back against FaZe, that gave me faith, truly. He had a moment in that third map when he was the issue, he was the liability, he missed a couple of shots, and we were face-palming thinking, damn, like he's doing it again, like he's failing through that game, but he fought back, and that is something that they are going to need. You are not beating Vitality in a best of 3 if you don't have a sniper, because it's ZywOo against you.
ZywOo's first time facing the stages of the Spodek Arena, and I want to hear if the crowd is with us. Are you ready to get this game underway?
There we go.
There we go, man. The crowd is certainly ready. We've got our teams at the ready as well. The maps locked in here for what is a rematch of the EPL Grand Finals, now gracing the stages of Katowice. Harry and Hugo, let's get this bad boy underway.
Oh yes, here we go. Team Liquid, the hope of a nation on this team's shoulders, and the uncrowned kings of Vitality on the other side, royalty amongst this roster. Apex is the captain, a CT side start. He's going to have to try and inspire the troops here, get them to hit the ground running early. This guy's been a focal point of French Counter-Strike for so long. On the other side, it's Nitro, Captain America, as they call him. And it's not just what he can bring to the server, it's what he represents. So let's get into this one, shall we?
Yeah, no waiting around for this pistol. Liquid steadfast towards that B site, but Vitality are stacked to the 9s, all down in blue. They're ready to quick flank this play. Liquid will have a full execute, but it will matter not. They get the site, they get the plant, and they get some space, but they got to worry about the back.
Yeah, they're getting fast flanked here. Magisk opens up with one, and suddenly things go very badly for Team Liquid. Magisk just tearing through them. Looking to kickstart this series for Vitality, and there's not a lot standing in their way. It is a flawless pistol round to open up Overpass.
Yeah, you talk about the captains of this teams. I think a lot of people are thinking about the right-hand men as well. ZywOo, if Apex is a stick, ZywOo is the spear on the end of it, and on the other side you've got your Kinder as well. A player so talented, so valuable, that when he left Outsiders, we thought this guy could go anywhere. He could go to Na'Vi, he could go to FaZe, but he liked the culture of Liquid. He wanted to join this squad, and they're all the better for it. It's going to be Vitality taking that pistol round, though, very clean on a flank, and now Liquid with a bomb plant. We expect to see the force.
And they're going to deliver on that. They've come back in with the purchase right away. It's clear the Vitality feeling confident coming into this one. I mean, you've got a lot of stage experience here. Liquid want to try and go against the grain early on with this force buy.
I like how much attention the Des put on OC as well, right? Not experienced on the stage in comparison to probably anyone else on the server right now. And he's definitely got to step up in this playoff match, because on the other side you have the best AWPer in current form right now in ZywOo. OC's got his scan. The Vitality are giving nothing away. They are tucked back in their bomb sites. Only ZywOo on the edge of aggression. And Spinks is spotting for him. Some of the change-ups on CT sides for Vitality have been a breath of fresh air inside of this roster. Something we'll talk about more later into the series. For now, it's Liquid moving back down lower. Not too strong in this position currently.
They kind of played their own for the attention over in mid, looking to fight for this control, but Vitality haven't gotten those engagements. OC with this scout has missed the timing on a con man, just pulling off the scam of a lifetime, isn't he? ZywOo towing that line between danger and being that important piece to win the round. He's going to be here to rotate in, and that's the bomb. Nitro has given it away. ZywOo tagged up but not finished off. Still alive, still a threat down in water, but Naf will run him down. His force buy has left Team Liquid in the 4-on-3. Spinks has got support here. He's not alone in this venture. Dead after one, sure, but Magisk able to steal it all away. There isn't time left. He stops that plant, and he's locked Team Liquid out of the round.
That's super awkward for Liquid, man. They wanted to fake that B site. They were popping out Monster. The bomb was trying to go back on com, but like you highlighted, OC missed that timing, and ZywOo slipped the net. He cut off that point of rotation, and a lot of pressure is going to be on someone like Nitro to call in those moments, to adapt on the fly, and at least on the bright side for Nitro, he's got a lot more room to do what he wants. When we saw him back in those old Liquid days, he had to pick up so many roles, didn't he? He had to play the AWP. Well, now that's averted with OC in the team. He had to, you know, in-game lead and frag. Well, now your Kinder's coming in as a very vocal player as well.
Zkusím narvat. Čau Ondro, čau, přečtu. Tak máš asi OK. Teď to prosím, já se tady snažím zapojit druhý monitor a udělat si z toho jakože televizi nad postel, víš co?
Vitality aren't facing out mid. ZywOo's gone back to safety. And Spinks has at least got info on where Liquid started in this round. That will leave the captain of Vitality hovering between bomb sites, playing reactive to the information. And Liquid again are in no hurry.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race in their eyes, and I mean, the longer they take, the more util they're going to drain out of Vitality, right? So even in that essence, this is worth it in the long run. They would love to make this an expensive round at bare minimum. You talked about some of the changes we've seen from Vitality. It feels like Apex, he's kind of been reeled in a little bit, right? Hasn't been involved in as many of these swing fights in the mid-round, hasn't been the guy at the forefront of every opening fight.
And even on certain maps, playing, you know, more difficult roles and letting his stars shine. Something Vitality have talked about, and having Spinks really be the star of this team. He has to be. It's what we saw at Pro League Finals in this exact matchup. Right now, Liquid, they're closing the gap. One smoke, one flash, 20 seconds, here they come.
They want to try and milk this round for all it's worth, with 2 players tagged up already. I kind of like the Vitality giving them a little bit of room here, but it's only to be taken away later on. This wrap coming in, up through the connector. There is a kill found for Elige, but it's whether or not they're ready for Dupree, and they're not. This one comes down to the buzzer again, only for a Dane to steal it away. Third found for Vitality.
Yeah, it was always meant to be a team ace as well in that round. Already we're seeing a lot of issues towards connector with these flanks coming out from ZywOo going down in the previous round to Dupree coming up this time. Vitality are very proactive in these last 30 seconds of the round, and Liquid are getting caught off guard. Something they need to, you know, put to bed early in this map. It can be so hard to get going on the T side of Overpass. This is their first full buy though, and it's not met with the resistance of an AWP yet.
Yeah, there's a real skirmish taking place for this con control, and a real focal point put on mid as well. You touched upon Vitality using that connector to come in on the backstab to cut down these plays before they even come in, and so Liquid want to try and regain a bit of control here. Over at long, guess who you're running into? It's ZywOo, tucked in, does have support, and he is going to need it dead after the first. It's a clean trade from your Kinder. That's exactly what you need out of this guy. Spinks is now left in a bit of an awkward position, right? He's in hot water, but just barely able to navigate through this hot liquid.
Great frag, Nitro actually had him on block. Spinks was on the clock, but he got out for free. Blinded the opposing captain as Liquid get closer to the site. Spinks is still playing an information position, but not forever. He wants to go back and he wants to get aggressive.
Já nevidím myš. Proč je na tomhle monitoru? Proč doleva to jede doprava, doprava to jede doleva? Ach jo. Takže za prvý prostě 4:3 na tom monitoru. Já bych to tak chtěl sledovat do prdele. Slyším ty komentátory, jak mi to sleduje. Přepnu obrazovku na... Počkej. Vlastně automatické. Výborně. Vidíme to, vidíme. Můžeš přejet za to druhý okno, vole, kriple. Jo, on tady doprava, děláš si prdel. Doprava, doleva, doleva, doprava, to je. Jo, no krása.
uppity pace.
Just
gets trapped though, and he's in
front of to není Zakin.
And Magist will get that kill and brave the storm to go back to B. He takes a lot of damage.
Tak. Stačí ještě, aby mi sluchátka dosáhla to.
Not what they wanted. It's very much taken the pace out of what was supposed to be a kind of up-tempo B play here.
Tak to je geniální, to jsem tady vykraftil.
I like how passive he's playing as well.
Já prostě mám mikrofon všechno takhle natržený v posteli, ty vole. Doslova ležím v posteli. A monitor tady mám jakoby nad posteli, kámo jako plnou televizi. A může se tomu naplno věnovat.
You know, ZywOo's first Spodek appearance here on the stage, but also that last game of the upper bracket up against Heroic, it was not enough. It was not good enough for Vitality after a solid run through groups, albeit not up against the best opponents of LG, starting stand-in and a wounded Fnatic. When Vitality got trounced, I think a lot of the doubts seeped in again for this roster, a roster that hasn't achieved the high highs that they set out and expected to achieve. But right now, they are not looking flustered. 5-0. Liquid coming back with the guns and they bring it all to it.
Yeah, this is a conundrum for Team Liquid to solve. For the longest time, this three-man core of Naf, EliteWork, and Nitro, they were gate-kept by that Astralis squad of old, right? By three of the guys that we have on the other side right now, dupreeh, Magisk, and Zonic. They were the bane of Liquid's entire existence, eliminating Liquid 11 times over 2 years in playoffs.
8 of those times in grand finals. It was brutal, Harry. It wasn't even close. It took Astralis cooling off and playing less events for Liquid to even make a run and start, you know, mopping up a Grand Slam. So, yeah, for a long time, this Danish trio has been the bane of Liquid's existence. But it's a different day now. It's a different year. We need different results. Contact play. This is beautiful for Liquid, but it is going to get spotted.
Yes, I was about to have a very clear picture of what's happening here. Just holds the spray and waits for them to come to him. Convincing opener found, and there's still more to contest with in the toilets. Naf can't wrestle with the AK.
Oh, no.
OC wants to try his hand at the trade. He will lock in that one, but they don't know about this third man. There was a third player the whole time. OC looks aware, goes back to check for it, but dupreeh's got the drop on him, and it's still flawless for Vitality. CT sides haven't been their downfall. It's when we get into the T-half, it's that second half of play. That's where Vitality normally would look to slow down here, but if they can do the legwork in this first half, then they're set up.
Yeah, you just love watching ZywOo, no matter what weapon he has in his hands, right? Known for his AWP, but this guy can rifle to the highest of levels. It's not even fair. It takes 2 to trade him. Well, the third man even. Solid AAA setup for Vitality. Back to pistols for Liquid. And even quick pace hasn't netted them openers. ZywOo is now donning that AWP as well. And he's got Apex behind him, playing aggressive, suppressive. And Team Liquid getting pushed into a box. But Apex re-peeks with a nade, and that will cost him. ZywOo, they're coming from 2 sides. Where does he flick? He sees that escape, and he'll take it. EliteWork is armed. But he needs to be deadly as well.
He is the guy for the job. EliteWork is the face of this Liquid squad, right? He's been here for almost 8 years now. When he joined Liquid, Apex was still in Titan. So that experience has got to shine through. He's got the hero gun, but this one from Spinks, this is a display of confidence here. They put more onus on him being the star. He's called the rap, he's got the info. Sure, they overwhelm dupreeh, but that's when Spinks gets involved. Whittles down this 3v3 that Liquid had. EliteWork is quick with the response. They know about the wraparound, but they don't know where ZywOo is. Needle in a haystack trying to find this guy. And Spinks getting involved now. Nitro wasn't looking. It's gonna fall to EliteWork. The immovable man in the clutch, but the flash will get him off that angle, and ZywOo mops it up.
This is a display right now for Vitality. This is dominant. Liquid, that's their closest round yet. The only one that they're able to convert the most upon. And Vitality don't even look flustered in the 2v2. Great patience for Spinks, not just to not jump the gun on taking those backstab kills, allowing Magis to rotate into a B stack, but even then waiting for Zywoo's smoke to fade, throwing in a flash to the pit. Vitality are playing solid CS right now, and Liquid do not look awake. More AWPs, but still more problems. 7-0. What have Liquid got for us?
Yeah, it's getting a little scary. Naf down at 1-7. This guy's normally the bedrock of Team Liquid. Right? If Elige is the face, Naf, he's the backbone of this team. Normally such a consistent player. Oh, that's a nice opener. Two captains clash and Nitro comes out ahead. No accounting for that one, Apex. He spammed out of the round. Team Liquid, they've not been in this position. They have a chance now in the 5v4. They don't want to get ahead of themselves here. Opportunities like this don't come along often.
I like the boost up. It's proactive. Bombs outside of that site. But Liquid are not poised for it. They need to come down through connector, and that's what Dupree's banking on. And he's banking correct. Easy kill. Gets that refract to the captain, now has to lead beyond the grave as Liquid steps up again for a contact play. Is there even a flash behind this? They don't need it. Naf knocks Zywoo out of the round. Molly onto the barrel is going to keep Dupree passive for now, but Liquid are coming through.
Yeah, trying to close the net. That's a missed flash from Magis. Not the time for it. Full blind as he drops him out of the round. It's now the Molotov that slows this play. It gives Magis a bit of time to move in, try to have his say. Up and over into the box.
Oh, škoda.
A lot of damage on a Yakindar. It's
Hezký Spinks
to come in with a big double. Elige and Naf are suddenly thrown into this 2v2. It's not what they expected. It's not what they were banking on. Nade and a monster slows down Elige, and Magis gonna win him out in the fight. Naf, far removed, all with his hands, and the defuse being held. He's not peeking, he's not fighting for this. And so in a 2v4, Vitality dig deep. It's Spinks and Magisk. To pull that one back. They had no business winning that round.
Absolutely not, but Spinks, man, he's stepping up, and it's given me a good feeling for, you know, the length of Vitality here in the playoffs. Of course, we're all thinking about that semi-final matchup. Whoever wins here, going on to face G2. Favorites, no doubt. It's never been clearer from their current form, but if Vitality are bringing the heat like this, anything can happen, Harry. We know it's their year. It needs to be for Vitality. 2022 was so underwhelming. Apex said it himself. They wanted so much more. And with the Paris Major coming up, they need to warm up into these stage games. They need to perform in the spot egg. And right now, Vitality are doing everything they should. 8-0. Another 2v2 on the B site. Liquid cannot close out. And Zywoo's not even the hard carry right now. He's playing solid. But it's Spinks, it's Magisk, and it's even Dupree, who's had career lows in this team, looking good to begin.
He couldn't miss out on a chance to steal the hopes and dreams of NA again, could he?
Some things never change, Harry.
Right, Nitro survives this skirmish down in Con. Vitality leaning strong over towards B. With how often rounds have culminated here, it makes a lot of sense. They're just entrusting this upper hold to Spinks solo.
Oh. Apex is forcing to even be returning fire on that spam, but he likes his odds. And even in the round where he got picked and went 4v5 down, Vitality still pulled themselves out of the mud. They brought their wellies to the playoffs here. And with ease, a strong lead. Liquid move in on that A site though. Naf's trying to make a lot of noise, a lot of ruckus down below. Does get some spam onto Magisk, and this boosts up. This is great timing. It's an easy kill, and they even saw him edging back up. Look at the mini-map. Look at that rotation, because Vitality know Liquid are doing it before it's even called.
To je úžasný.
Yeah, this is rough now. That realization's going to dawn on Liquid as well, but they've just got to commit to it at this point in time. Into the belly of the beast. Apex and ZywOo hold down the site. And they've not even run into Spinks. They don't even know about him on this close angle. Nitro dead. This one's getting away from
Přesně
Liquid.
tohle se očekává, kámo, od
Round, a flawless scoreline.
Ale víš co,
You couldn't ask for more out of Vitality right here.
No, and you've got to love the way they're doing it as well. It's not even had to be like super difficult A setups or super aggressive mid takes, so they're shutting Liquid out early. They're letting them work. They're letting them play around, and then they're coming in with the final 30 seconds and making it play. Be it these boosts, the flank through con for Spinks, the connector walks for Dupree. Vitality have done it all. Is there time for a resurgence?
Tak počkejte, já musím na chvíli.
It's funny because, you know,
Byli streamy zpátky.
Again, and ZywOo has already read into it. I don't even know if there's time, especially not if ZywOo plays close to the site. He can just deny the plant. Of course he will. Pistol out. This guy does it with whatever gun you give him. And Naf now needs to get lucky. It's the only thing he's got. Plant in the smoke denied. And ZywOo keeps it clean for Vitality. Now they're playing like it's 11-0, Harry. Walking through Monster without any information, without any flash, and shooting Liquid in the back. This is a statement for Vitality.
Yeah, with G2 as the coming storm off in the distance, an incredible form coming into these playoffs. I think you really needed one of these teams to rise above the other and excel and show that they've got what it takes on the big stage.
Yeah.
And Vitality are doing that. There was no question in the experience here, the tenure.
They feel like the rolling thunder right now, Harry. You can hear him in the distance. A flash of lightning. But that storm is still coming. That semi-final still awaits. Vitality haven't finished the job yet. Closing games can be the most difficult part. Not that I'm worried at this score. 11-0, Liquid looking lackluster. Right when we were getting excited for NACS, right when Complexity were giving us reasons to believe, and we're only mere rounds away from making it to the playoffs as well. Liquid, they're the only NA team we've seen in the playoffs of Katowice since 2018, where Cloud9 joined them. And we thought it was time. We thought the young, plucky Latvian superstar, the hammer of Yakinda, was ready to crack open skulls. But Vitality have come wearing helmets aplenty. It's on him again. Yakinda picked by ZywOo. An easy shot. Spinks side by side. A deadly duo on this top site. OC has the angle, but not for long. Legged on the crossover. He gets flashed out by Spinks, and now ZywOo owns middle, and you're not getting it back off him for free.
This is awkward, though. You've tried your opening hand, you've tried your opening move, and you've come up short. Where's the follow-through? Where do you pick up the slack here? And Lee's trying to get involved over towards long, trying to move in, but smoking his way. Molly to follow. He's not coming in anytime soon. ZywOo got the spot off there. They're moving ahead of it, but a missed spray for Nitro. ZywOo tries to move back in. Spinks! Feels like he can't set a foot wrong, just holds the angle, and they come to him. Tears through the Liquid ranks, and OC finished off to close. Are we really looking at a 15-0? How poetic that would be for Apex, returning to the spot years down the line. He knows this feeling, he knows how horrible this is, and he knows that right now, Vitality are living rent-free in the minds of Team Liquid.
Yeah, we've really not seen any depth. Liquid are looking dazed and confused in this T side. Their executes have been predictable. Their contact plays have always been traded efficiently by Spinks and ZywOo on A. It's a terrifying setup to get through for sure. Again, back to Tech9's taking water quick. They've had it. They've been allowed it. But this time, Spinks is feeling a little more ready to get involved. Smoke on the door. Whether there's even a door there, that's still a question, because Vitality can nade it off out of spawn. It's about to fade. And so at least Liquid will have that sound cue if it does come through, but Spinks is in no hurry. He has an easy 1v1, and Nitro has the util to get them out into B. If he dies, no nades will leave his hands. Good Molotov. Spinks is trapped in a corner, in a cage, in a coffin even, and Nitro will bury him in a sarcophagus. 5-on-4, there's a chance.
Oh, Yakinda, another opener found, but Dupree gonna farm them up as they try to move in with Apex here to fight alongside him. It's a terrifying twosome to run into. The flash is streaming in over the top. Let's Naf get close, up in their face. Naf fly with a double. And Liquid, they might be about to do it with just the pistols, finding their first round. They've just got one man left to get past.
Oh dear.
But the man they're up against is a thing of legends already. 1v3 for ZywOo. Doesn't have his AWP, he wants to do it with the rifle. Half the time ticked off that bomb already. ZywOo, this is very measured. And now, just looking to keep the damage high, perhaps.
Wow.
Already writing this one off. He doesn't even want to attempt it. Will knock one man out. They're going to face him. And he at least makes that a very expensive round when all is said and done for Liquid. The celebrations don't last long. It's one round in a sea of blue, sea of yellow for Vitality.
You just had to say it, Harry. You had to say the 15-0 right when it was picking up steam, and Liquid come in with a round, all off of the opening kill, finally converted as well. That molly for Nitro was perfect, and here Naf, all the risks in the round, the bomb on his back, he finds 2 kills inside of that smoke. Great pop flashes from Nitro to even get them in, but Liquid need to build, or their boat will still capsize. Quicker pace this time. Liquid is storming the gates right into the site. Oh, caught on a boost. The flash is good again. Apex is dead first, and Allegiance for the spam. 2 entry kills and more to do, because Dupree still sits in the pit.
Vitality feel it. They feel it on that one round. The nature of the game's changed a bit, and Liquid are coming in confident. A lot faster, a lot more in your face than what we've seen in any of the rounds so far. And so with that, they're in with a second. Still a ways to go. But it's all the makings of a little comeback right near the end of this half.
Nothing feels worse than finally, getting your groove on and getting confidence back right at the end when you know even a maximum of 3 is going to be nothing. But Liquid have to fight forward. Forget the past, don't ponder the future. They're living in that moment. Vitality breathing easy, going into the last round of the half. It's even Zonic calling a timeout, making sure that things don't get flustered, that they don't get rushed again. A stoppage of the momentum. And Zonic's such an integral piece of this Team Vitality story. On the flip side is Dabs. He's talked about the difficulties as being, previously a player for so many years across so many North American orgs, coming in and trying to cool things in such a limited time window of 30 seconds. Zonic's got that experience. So let's see what adjustments Vitality make going into round number 15, the final hope for Liquid's T side. Oh.
That is a brutal bit of spam onto OC. That's going to force him to play more respectful here with that AWP. He struggled to get involved at the best of times, and so now him on the back foot early. That's going to be felt by Liquid every step of the way. They flash out of Monster. Magisk with the aggro. Robbery of a round here because he's got the bomb at his feet. He hasn't discovered that yet, but it's right around the corner. Magisk doesn't know it, but with this push, he is the thorn in the side of Liquid. Tearing them down. Magisk in form for these playoffs. 3 in this round and still in the picture, still controlling the flow. Looks for even more, and he's finally put in the dirt.
Where there's one Dane, there's 2.
Dupree's already moved in. That bomb is not retrieved, not for long. Yakindar left in this one all alone. And with so much to do, so much against him, it's washing over Liquid now. This inescapable feeling that even 3 is off limits. He's going back. Bomb retrieval. 25 seconds, and Dupree's gonna win that out with a smoke spam. It is dominance. The French Revolution's here. It's Vitality. They knock on the door of Liquid and run away with that first half.
Magisk and Dupree always show up to put NA in the dirt for Team Liquid. They're on the back foot in a big way. They're getting lapped by Vitality at this point in time. A lights out first half. Everyone performing. Vitality in crazy good form. For Liquid, it's frustration. It's pain after that first half. And now they stare an impossible climb. A huge mountain lies ahead of them that they've got to try and scale up. And with how Vitality are looking, it doesn't feel possible.
Yeah, there's no hero for Liquid right now. There's no saving grace. There's no player who's standing above everyone else. Vitality on the other side. The Danes are looking dominant as ever. And even Yakinda dinked early. So often can we rely on a player like Naf, Mr. Consistent inside of this Liquid squad. But in 5 years since joining Liquid, Harry, he's only had 3 negative events at large lands. 2 of them are Katowicas. Air quality at an all-time low. And no water to drink either. Vitality, they have completely bypassed the setup, and they are about to execute into A.
Yeah, Yakinda's the only point of defense here as well, and he was dinked right at the start of the round. He's kind of got to let him have the site. He's just given it up. The rotate's even being considered. Spinks, he could steal this round away right now. Elige tapped in the back of the skull. Naf comes out with 1. Liquid, they need this pistol, or else Overpass will be a non-starter of a map. It was off to a good start, but in the blink of an eye, it's gone back and forth. OC, the only man with HP, rises to the occasion. That's 2. Left to Apex, and they move into him, but he locks them out. And so Liquid, they find a pistol to open up this CT side. That's something to hold on to.
Yeah, they got to squeeze tight, though, because bomb plant, Vitality will come straight in with all the goods, all the glory, and look to shut this up before it even starts on CT side. I had so much more faith for both these teams for a competitive series, not just because of those Pro League finals, a BO5 that went through all 5 maps, but we had Mirage, we had Overpass, 2 of the maps in this series in that veto. Both of those went to multiple overtimes. Right now, nothing of the sort. Vitality on the stage. A welcome feeling, a memory of success gone by for the Danes especially, and a new taste for ZywOo. And again, it can't be oversaid rather how much success players like Dupree, players like Magisk have had here in the Spodek. Dupree has attended every single Katowice to date. Even won it twice. The only time this guy even failed to make playoffs, Harry, was last year amidst the sea of misses for Vitality. That was fresh after he joined the roster. But he will not be repeating history, not recent history at least. We're going a long way back here in the Hall of Heroes. Vitality creeping forward, and that is a stunning shot for Magisk. Taking down the face of Liquid. OC needs something here, but he can't get more than 1. Magisk, again, murders him from behind. Bomb dropped, at least Yakinda, surviving the fight, will be able to fall off.
Yeah, Liquid breathing a sigh of relief when Magisk hits the ground running like that with the Deagle. You're always a little bit paranoid, Apex. Very smart here, just trying to make this expensive, lobbing it all out the map. There's no retrieving them.
Throwing smokes out, man.
He does not want them to have anything for free. He might not win the round, but he's won our hearts by lobbing out the guns and doing in the money of Team Liquid in the long run. They get away with that, but this is where the going gets tough. This is where Vitality are looking to put their money where their mouth is. They're coming in with the investment. Not an open sight. ZywOo more than capable with those rifles.
Magisk is playing on another level as well, right? Some of the aggressive rounds we saw from him towards B, getting flashed in by Dupree through Monster, flanking Liquid where they stand. 2 Deags in that eco, and it wasn't eco, Harry. They didn't even force after bomb planting pistol. Vitality wanted to end this in the gun rounds nice and early. They are not in a hurry, but they know this is their best shot of success before Liquid can even attempt to build back into the game. Spinks creeping and crawling. He's got short water, and Apex keeps the pressure on B while the default works middle. It's a spread out attack for Vitality. Liquid left guessing.
Really hoping that Liquid try to get some info, try to get involved down here towards B. Oh, that jiggle. That should signal the idea of, yeah, we don't want to be peeking Monster. We don't want to give them this opener. Well, now Apex, he's changed his mind. He doesn't want to wait for you anymore. He's going to bring the fight your direction. There's the opener from the man at the helm of Vitality. And hell, why not take it one step further? Apex and Spinks. It's a runaway round here. EliteWork offering up some resistance, but not for long, because Apex is taking heads off. The guillotine comes to life. And it's all left on OC, so far removed. Nothing is safe, nothing is sacred here. They're already hunting him, and the bomb's not even down yet. Dupree, that is a big nail put in the coffin of Team Liquid. They don't even get out with a save.
You want to know the most reassuring part of this Vitality squad right now, Harry, is who is the bottom performer? Who has the lowest kills, the lowest ADR, the lowest impact? It's ZywOo. And it's not because he's underperforming, it's because he's not needed. That AWP was solid on the A site. It rarely gave away any kind of kills. He rarely forced fights. He allowed the star of Spinks, the Danes down on below, to force kills. And everyone has stood up to the plate here for Vitality. What a reassuring map of counter. And now they want to close the door. Slam that blade to the floor and decapitate Liquid while they do. It's only Nitro at long, calling for support. Naf moving in. Dupree won't check it. Surely Nitro not going to get away with anything. Naf forces two.
Ty vole, jsem zpátky, no to trvalo. Co jsem promeškal? Jo, takže Vitality nevyhráli 16-0, no. To jsem díval, byl jsem nasraný, že to nevyhráli 16-0.
You're still concerned. You're never writing Vitality off. Spinks should, or maybe could, get caught here, but Yakindar's bluffed the opportunity. Just having it up and leave now. His team have got the bomb, so this fight is not the be-all and end-all of Liquid in this round. With Magis being felled, Spinks knows with 50 seconds left, the bomb is so far removed, so far away, there's really no winning it here. Team Liquid, with this forced buy into the round with Naf on a hero gun. They've kept the dream alive. A little glimmer, faintly burning. Amidst the darkness that Vitality bring, this is a save for Spinks, but they'll gladly run it back in the next round.
And even though it's not mattered again, the talking point of ZywOo, maybe we'll see him dig deep in that second map. This has been, you know, this has been a bad event. This has been a bad circuit for ZywOo in terms of Katowice has gone by 4 years in a row. His rating lower than his typical average. Not here though, coming through the groups with the exception of that heroic game. He has been the hero that Vitality needed. And there's more to show, of course. This is still a best of 3. Nuke is the second map. It's Vitality's pick. We'll see if he's any more required. For now, Liquid are just holding on for dear life.
Yeah, respect.
All right, let's get it on. 14-5. Vitality trying to slam the hammer down. Liquid get that mid-molly in, but they have no AWP in sight.
Assembling this boost as the spam's coming in. It's a scary prospect. So they quickly disassemble it. EliteWork playing with fire down in the connector. This is what Vitality are looking for in this round. In this moment, he's in hot water. Dupree with a swing his way over in middle, and it's a 1-for-1 out of EliteWork. Vitality will take that every damn day. They know concessions have to be made now in the 4-on-4. They're in no rush, but this is where Liquid are trying to be smart about it, right? Using these resources down towards B to take away this monster control, get the info ahead of time as to whether or not Vitality are looking to come down this end of the map. Should start to see Naf making his way up towards this upper bomb site in just a moment.
Good reaction. They know they have to force a fight and take some space. Kinder saw on a jump spot. Players coming up long. Whether or not he saw the bomb is unsure. OC mollied even further back into this attack from the long side. Apex is just wasting his time right now. Nitro setting up on a big flank. It means at least Vitality can't turn around, but they move forward, onwards, however not upwards. Apex knocked out by the hammer. It's ZywOo who gets dinked as well, and if they try and retreat, if they try and return back down to that lower site, Nitro will not allow it. More flashes, OC's dead, Spinks moves forward, and there's only 15 seconds.
Yeah, we're really playing within the margins here. Vitality, one misstep, one kill in the wrong place, and this could get away from them. Naf's the man who open, and there's Nitro getting involved, getting activated on that wrap round. Shut out, they try to leave it to the buzzer, but a couple of kills in the right place do Liquid well. If we can get Yakindar switched online, right, this guy's been pretty much missing, pretty much absent for all the rounds of play so far. Normally such an important piece of the Liquid puzzle. Vitality just having to let their foot off the gas. Coming in with a lowly investment. Apex even having a drink. If there was ever a time, it's in a round like this.
No stress, man. Throwback to existence. Who was even part of that squad, Harry, the last time Apex was in the spot deck, as we talked about. And a complete script flipped. Since we talked about that game up against the Poles. Dupree on a boost. Don't give him anything. OC forces a fight, but won't overcommit. And Yakindar might need a flash here. They're coming in dry, one by one. Bomb does tumble. Elite also causing issues with 2 kills, and Spinks will fall as well. It's reassuring rounds for Liquid, but still we await the rifles of Vitality to rear their heads again. Is it just delaying the inevitable, or is there something in the water? We'll have to wait and see.
Ain't something in that water. Yeah, for Liquid, this was a monumental undertaking, right? The idea of pulling back this scoreline after the first half. They're going 13-2 down. It was never going to be easy, but they have to come to terms with that already in the halftime break. Now it's executing upon it for Vitality.
Oh my.
1 kill in the right place, just something to break through the defense here. That's all they need.
Out they go.
Spinks for this opener. Not normally to do it, but it's the double. Head on a swivel as Dupree moves in alongside him. B has been broken down. Rotate through the connector being considered. Magiska's got this. And now it's just OC. In a world of hurt, 1v4. It's all come crumbling down around Liquid. And it was Spinks, the man to do it. They wanted him to be more of a star while he shines bright in that round there.
Yeah, and OC can't do a thing about it as well. We had so many questions, so many concerns for this player. Certainly not stage experience amassed in comparison to anyone else. Every time we've seen him on a stage, Liquid have crumbled. Back at Cologne against the Spaniards. Against Heroic on home turf in Copenhagen. And OC doesn't even get to say anything in this round. He's just fighting for survival. Vitality will go spread out and look for this kill. They don't have to hurry. They haven't got their own money, but they know the value of taking this AWP away. Regardless of that fact, 15-7.
Just what a crazy time for Spinks to offer that up as well, right? He was someone that was getting a lot of attention. When he moved over from Enter, we were used to these huge star performances. Didn't really feel like that when he first moved in, right? But they've taken some time to accommodate him. They've taken some time to set him up as the point man. And here, you know, a little stat that Matthew dropped on the desk was that he didn't have a T-side opener in Katowice yet. Well, he gets his first. He gets 2, in fact, to secure this round, the all-important 15th for Vitality.
Yeah, beautiful. Couldn't have pre-aimed better. Looked 2 places, found 2 heads. And this is it, do or die for Liquid on their map pick in the series. Backs against the wall, and Vitality edging themselves forward. Fast towards the lower site.